Welcome back. A rural community has taken its first steps to preserve its culture. The people of Goldop in the Jiwaka province set up a traditional house to preserve traditional artifacts. The small museum was opened by Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Tobias Kulang, over the weekend. Bradley Gregory with this report.
A traditional welcome Jiwaka style to greet Minister Tobias Kulang into Goldop village in Warakar. Minister responsible for Tourism, Arts and Culture Tobias Kulang, along with heads of departments under his ministry, were in Goldop over the weekend for an important event. The community there has taken an important undertaking, that is to preserve its rich history and culture. Minister Kulang was the guest, given the honor of opening the building, a small museum to preserve its cultural artifacts.
Milugim Papa Ningini ol yang bla iwang barlo kain gen road, wang barlo road lo pasan pamuk, drink steam, pulim marijuana, live long bagarap time mistajem tesla kalsa, milugim. Time will come by kundu sing one time, only amamas rundana, only lusum pasan no good.
Jiwaka is still an infant as a province, but its ancestors share a common history with PNG. Working and feeding off the land, civilization is what it defines as a community, uniting tribal groupings, clans, and living off passed down word from family lines. Physical preservation of culture is the first step it's taking, a step it believes in the right direction.
This is a center which will also not just remind us of the history, but we'd like to develop practices, skills that our young generation can pick up.
Jiwaka province strategically shares not only the border with other highlands provinces, but also culture. Maintaining the rich culture of Jiwaka means maintaining the cultures of the other provinces. Bradley Gregory, NBC National News, Port Moresby.
The life expectancy of many ordinary Papua New Guineans is between 50 to 70 years. But Matane Tina from the Western Highlands province has proven that Papua New Guineans can live beyond 70 years. Tina recently turned 92 years old, and her family held a massive feast at their Kimininga village to celebrate her birthday. Jack Tame has more from Mount Hagen.
This is Matani Tina, and she is 92 years old. In her current status, she is mentally unconscious and not normal. Despite of her deteriorating health status, she repeatedly in her Melpa language has encouraged her family not to abandon the Lord.
Reverend
Barry Tina, one of her sons and a senior pastor of the PNG Bible Church, says his mother died some time ago, but he pleaded God to give her life back so that he could farewell her properly in a feast with all her families. And God did spare her life, and after the feast, she will be in God's mercy.
Strong band finish na. Give testimony finish also mila golong even na. Mibla lugu memla go na na. Now mibla like public too can sab also mem one good blow mama way stablo disla ground na mila lusi mibla.
Among many praises and farewells made by the family members, one of the sons, George Tina, emotionally says one of the good deeds and personalities that he admired his mother is that she has shown deep respect of her late husband and his father.
So respecting powerful with us. My papa so respecting mama. To bless us that peaceful life I'm coming up now.
She is seeing a fourth generation, and among them is Ham Tina. Ham flew all the way from Australia to witness her last farewell feast. A satisfied Ham said for him to attend her grandmother's farewell feast was worth doing to show his last respect. Pigs and chickens were slaughtered and a farewell cake was sliced at Community Village recently outside Mount Hagen City. Most of the immediate family members described that she lived up to 92 years because of her intermediate relationship with God and eating selective food. Jack Tame, NBC National News, Mount Hagen.
Turning overseas, political instability in Britain is intensifying in the wake of the Brexit vote. Europe correspondent Lisa Miller says the opposition's job may be on the line.
Most of the chaos has been with the Labor Party today and Jeremy Corbyn, who sacked his shadow Foreign Secretary at about 1 o'clock in the morning London time when Hilary Benn told his leader that he couldn't support him anymore or didn't think that he would be able to win the next election. After he'd sacked him, another 10 members of the shadow cabinet of the front bench resigned and withdrew their support from Jeremy Corbyn. But they didn't do it en masse, they did it sort of one at a time every hour, so it dribbled on painfully through the day. The message from Jeremy Corbyn is he's not going anywhere. He delivered a very lacklustre performance when he was campaigning to have the UK remain in the EU. It's well known that he's the Europe that the UK system of Jeremy, but of course he got into that position courtesy of a massive amount of grassroots support, and so he's saying he's not going anywhere because the membership. Gosh, Tuesday's meeting in Brussels with David Cameron is going to be awfully interesting, isn't it? Because he turns up to talk to 27 other leaders, delivers the message, and then has to leave the room, we're told. So even the details of that meeting are still being worked out.
NBC National News continues.